Hello, today I'm going to review with you some basic metric measurements. We're all familiar with measuring things with a ruler. And today we're going to look at the metric side of things. And we're used to looking at the centimeters, and we should all know by now that 1 centimeter is equal to how many millimeters? 10 millimeters, okay? So let's review real quick how we can look at this. So we were just talking about 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. This ladder basically tells us what are the different prefixes for metric measurement, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Prefixes for metric measurement. What we normally use in high school are these. Kilo, like kilometer, hecta, deca, meter, decimeter, centimeter, or millimeter. And we can remember these by the mnemonic, King Henry died Monday drinking chocolate milk. King Henry died Monday drinking chocolate milk. That's a good way to remember this. So we just said that 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. We could also say 1 meter is equal to 1,000 millimeters. 1 meter equals to 0.001 kilometers. Now, instead of doing some fancy unit conversion processes that we're going to actually learn later in the year, I'm going to teach you the staircase as a shortcut to doing metric conversions. So here's how this staircase works. So let's go start with one that we know. 1 meter equals 1,000 millimeters. As we look at each step of the staircase, the moves over by a factor of 10. In other words, we multiply times 10 for each step. So 1 meter, let me write it right here so we can see. 1 meter, if we move the decimal for 10 times 10, for 10 times 10 is 100, so that's our second step. And 100 times 10 is 1,000. So we just move the decimal place 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 3 steps, move the decimal 3 times. Now let's look at this one. 1 meter equals a kilometer. One meter to kilometers. Well, meters is here. We go 1, 2, 3 steps. We move the decimal by a factor of 10. If we're going to the left, we're dividing, so 1 divided by 10 becomes 1/10, which means we're right here, okay? 1/10 divided by 10 makes it at 100th, which means we're now at this step, and then 1/10 divided by 10 makes that 1,000th. So we went up 1, 2, 3 places, so we just moved the decimal 1, 2, 3 places. So 1 meter is equal to 0.001 kilometers. So let's try a couple on your own in your notes, and I'll check these. We'll do one together, and then I'll give you one that I'll check in your notes. First one, let's do 2.54 centimeters is equal to how many decimeters? Decimeters. Okay, so we're at centimeters, right? So we're here, and we find deci. Deci is here. We're going up the ladder, but if we go up the ladder, we go to the left, so that means I'm going to move my decimal to the left, to 1 space, because I went up 1 step. 0.254 decimeters. Okay, and let's move the decimal 1 place. Okay, what if it was 25.4 meters, and I want to know how many centimeters that is? How many centimeters? Okay, so start at meters. Go to centimeters. 1, 2 places. I'm going to the right, so I'm going to move my decimal to the right 2 places. 1, 2. So 25, 40 centimeters is the answer. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 to try in your notes. and I'll check them tomorrow. The first one is 3.89 decameters, notice the capital D, is equal to how many centimeters? 3.89 decameters is equal to how many centimeters? 2.56 millimeters equals how many kilometers? Try those in your notes and I'll check them tomorrow. Now, that should have been a review. If it wasn't, then you need to practice some more. I'll talk to you tomorrow about it and I'll give you some more practice problems. What I also want to show you though is this is the basics, but there are more. And these you might be familiar with. Kilo, just like on our computer, we have kilobytes. And then there's mega, megabytes, gigabytes. Okay? Now, once you get past kilo, instead of one step equaling times 10, now it's one step is times 1,000. So this is times 10, and this is times 1,000. Times 1,000. Okay? 1,000 kilobytes is equal to 1 megabyte. 1,000 kilograms is equal to 1 megagram. Now, I also need to point out we could use this for grams, kilograms, grams, liters, or milliliters. And we would just use the prefix. Now, as we come down, we have the other end of the spectrum where we have micro, but this is also, instead of times 10, it's times 10 to the third power. Actually, we're going to the right 3 spaces with our decimal place. And this is times 3. Okay? So, for example, if I have 2.56, actually let's do this one because you're actually going to see this. So, for example, if I have 400 nanometers, how many meters is that equal to? Nanometers is here, meters is here. So I'm going to move the decimal to the left, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 to here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 meters. And then fill in my zeros. So nanometers, very, very tiny. In fact, nano means 9 because it's 9 places, decimal places from the meter.